Sup? So, I haven't done a video about my setup in a long time, and I figured it's about time. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to go through everything that I've put together for my streaming setup, and this video is going to be mostly for people that stream, but I know that there's a lot of people that probably want to know and get an update on what's been going on in Asmongold's lair, and I'm going to do a little bit of that too. But I wanted to take this time and show you guys pretty much everything in my room, everything that I put together and my streaming setup from top to bottom. And this is going to be part one of a two-part series, maybe even more than that parts if you want to look at it on a larger level of how my setup works and basically what I've done to put everything together. This is going to be more on a hardware level, and then I'll do a second video at some point on a software level, like so how I have OBS set up, how I have my mixer set up, how I have my camera set up, etc. Right? Everything on a hardware level, everything that you do on a computer will be in a different video. But everything, all the plugs, all the connections, all the cords, everything like that is going to be in this video. So we'll start over here. Obviously, I'm on the second floor of my house, and I've got my Alliance banner here. This is something my mom bought for me. I think it was like last year or whatever. I put it up so people can see it on the stream. I've got over here some electronics from 15 years ago, and my drink from about 15 minutes ago. Got my air purifier, the whole life, what is this, like the generations of the Nintendo consoles. Got Super Nintendo, I guess I don't have Nintendo 64 up here at least, the GameCube, Wii. I've actually got my Wii U right over there in my backpack there from high school, and the new Super Nintendo that's literally really small, a new one that got released, I think it was last year. I've got a Switch right here, which basically connects all of my other computers besides my main streaming computer. And then over here, I've got that's my camera bag that I just bought recently. This is literally a giant bag of just electronics, like Ethernet cords, connectors, USB cords, anything you can think of is pretty much in this bag. This right here is my second setup, and this is the scuffed setup right here. I've got my Blue Yeti microphone that I've been using, or that I had been using for a long, long time. That is my streaming PC from 2016 or 17, and this is pretty much where I put all of my garbage, and also it's where I kind of like put everything together. So like my camera setup and all that, I pretty much put it together in this PC or at this desk here, and then I take it over and I put it on my main desk, which I'll show you guys in just a few minutes. I've got my lens case over there for my camera, garbage can, air conditioner for if it ever gets too hot. Luckily, the air conditioner is far enough away from my microphone over there to where if I turn this on and I have music going, people don't even tell the difference. It doesn't even matter. People can't notice it at all. Great air conditioner. It is loud, but it does definitely do the job. My old what is that? My old chair from, man, my mom bought that for me from like, geez, I think I've had this longer than I've played WoW. It's really, really old. But anyway, this was a great use of money. I'll tell you that right now. I bought that at Bed Bath & Beyond. This is a sofa mattress from 2009, from a sofa that we bought. Or no, we didn't buy it. We actually just got it from somebody's house. And we couldn't fit the sofa up the stairs. So we just took the mattress out of it and put the sofa on the side of the road. It's my other, it's a futon right there. My, what do you call that? A sofa. Yeah, it's sofa. It's actually Zach's fucking couch. If you didn't know that, it's because I wrote Zach's fucking couch on it, but the pillow's in the way. Got some of my snacks there if I ever get a little bit hungry. And down here we've got some struggle snacks. And if you ever went to a ghetto elementary school and they didn't have a lot of stuff for you guys, I'm sure you're very familiar with Austin's cookies and snacks. At least I am. And over there are some drinks and just random stuff. There's my refrigerator that I put the drinks in. And before we go ahead and get into it, I'll give you all just a real good look at what we've got going on here. As you can see, I know what you're thinking. Man, you cleaned it up. Yeah, actually I did. This is a pretty big improvement of the way that it used to look. It used to be a lot worse than this. And I understand, boys. You're probably thinking this looks like a rat's nest. And that's pretty much because it does, but there is a method to my madness, and I'd like to share that with you guys today. So let's go ahead and step in here, and we'll look at pretty much what I have going on with my streaming setup. Now, I have three PCs. Obviously, the one that I just showed you guys, this is my personal PC for all of my stuff like Facebook and, going on like my email and business stuff, taxes, etc. I've got all of that on that computer. And this one right here is my streaming computer that I'm using right now. It's really, really nice. The specs, I think I did a separate video on the computer specs, but generally it was a pretty nice computer. It's a TI, was it the 1080 Ti? I've got a really, really high-end i7 processor and like 32 or something like that gigs of RAM. It's a high-end computer. It was pretty expensive. Over here, this is my camera, and this is a Sony, and I brought the boxes out just so I can show you guys so you understand. This is a Sony a7 III, and it's a very, very nice camera. And the lens that I'm using on it there is the just move it over here. So it's an FE 16 to 35 millimeter. This is a wide angle lens. It was pretty expensive, but it was recommended by somebody whose opinion I trust. And so I decided to invest a little bit extra money and go ahead and buy this. I don't feel like I wasted my money. Honestly, I'm very, very satisfied with the way that my camera looks and the way that it looks like on stream. And also it gives me something that I can use for doing IRL videos in the future, or maybe even photography if I choose to. So all that kind of stuff is going to be encompassed by this camera. It's a great camera. So far, I would absolutely recommend it. It did have a little bit of an overheating problem, but I don't think that's really, it didn't turn off because of that. And I think that it'll be okay. So I also want to go through here and show you guys my mic. Now this mic right here is the Shure SM, let me just move it over. The Shure SM7B. It is an amazing mic. I would absolutely recommend it. You've probably seen a number of people that stream using this mic already, and that's because it is a great mic. It's connected to the Rode mic stand or mic holder here, mic arm. This is absolutely great. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is, excuse me, but I would absolutely recommend this. It's exceeded my expectations entirely. So both the mic and the arm there are amazing. Now the mic is connected right here with an XLR cable, and this is what an XLR cable looks like. And right here, it doesn't connect to a USB cable. How did I learn that? Because I thought it did, and I bought a USB cable for it. That USB cable is in the giant bag of electronics. And one of the reasons I'm making this video, actually, is because I've fucked up basically everything. That's how I learn things, is I fuck it up, and then I fuck it up, and then I fuck it up, then I get it right, and that's how I learn it. So I know I know more ways to do it wrong than I know how to do it right, because I've done I've done it that many times wrong. So get an XLR cable, and this XLR cable here, it goes all the way around here. I'll start with the mic, and I'll go through everything that goes into the mic. The XLR cable goes right through here, and it goes behind my computer and behind here, and it goes into the Cloudflare right there. And the Cloudflare is just supposed to minimize interference and static and highs and lows, and just basically make the sound a little bit cleaner. And it's a bit expensive, so if you don't really want to buy something like this, I don't think it's going to make the biggest amount of difference. But if you are going for the highest quality possible, I would recommend something like that. And so the XLR cable connects to one side of the Cloudflare, and then the second side is over here. And then this XLR cable goes all the way over to this mixer right here, and it's connected to this mixer. The mixer I have is a Yamaha MG10 XU. Thank you very much, Nick, for the recommendation. It works great. And I have my headphones connected right here. Now, my headphones are these are Sennheiser Game 1 headphones. The retail price is very high, but they do go on sale regularly. Sennheiser is one of the best brands in like music headphones, period. I would absolutely recommend these headphones to anyone or any other Sennheiser product. Not sponsored. I just think they make really great stuff. So absolutely recommend that. And Sennheiser, if you guys do want to sponsor me, hey, just let me know. But anyway, I think the headphones are great, and I would absolutely recommend those. And I've got those connected to my mixer right here. And let's see. Also, let's I've got this. Oh, right here. This is connected US. This is the USB connection. This is connected to my computer, and this is the power cable. So that's pretty much everything that goes on with my audio setup, and at least on a hardware level. Then we'll go over to the camera. Now the camera, as I said before, I've got it positioned on a small tripod, and a desktop tripod. If you're looking this up on Amazon, like I was a couple of days ago, and then there's the lens right there. There's the camera, and as you can see here, I have two cables that connect the camera to the computer, and one also that connects it to the power source. Actually, both connect to the computer. So the first cable here, right here, this is a mini HDMI cable, and I have a mini HDMI cable that goes all the way. This is a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, and it goes right here. And this connection here goes all the way over. This is an HDMI extender, and it's a female to male HDMI extender, and it goes all the way here. It's wound up. As I said, this is a rat's nest, and it comes all the way around here. I haven't moved it to the back of my computer yet because I wasn't sure about the setup, but it does seem to be very nice. Then the HDMI extender connects to the Elgato Cam Link right there. And the Elgato Cam Link, I'll go ahead and show that to you guys right here. This is a great piece of hardware, absolutely incredible. I did not expect it to be as simple and as easy to use as it was, but I simply bought this, I plugged it in, and the camera worked. And that is honestly the simple, like, it's like you go on website and you see this is like $160 or some kind of shit, right? But what you're really paying for is the convenience of not having to worry about anything. And guys, that is worth a lot of fucking money. So I would absolutely recommend getting a Cam Link if you can, and if you're planning on using a DSLR camera. Now that's basically how I have my camera fed into the computer in terms of the picture, right? How do I get the picture from the camera onto the computer? It's through that cable, right? Mini HDMI to HDMI to HDMI connector or extender down to the Elgato Cam Link, which is connected to the computer through USB. The second cord here is the power cord. Now, the power cord, the way that I have this set up, sorry if this is a bad angle here, I'm not really holding it in a way that I can see. This is connected down at the bottom to a USB-C port, and then I have a cable which is a USB-C to USB cable, and it's connected to a USB extender right here. And the USB extender goes all the way into the computer, and that way the camera is being constantly charged while at the same time connected to the computer and also able to broadcast a signal. So just so you guys get an idea of what's going on here, I'll go ahead and I'll open up OBS, and this is what I see whenever I'm streaming, right? I've got my dashboard right there. That's one computer or one monitor, and then I have my actual game right here. So I'll go ahead and open up OBS and give you an idea on pretty much what we're looking like here. So there's my smaller frame, and if I open up the new camera big dick frame, there you guys can see the way the camera looks. Obviously, it's hard really to tell how good it looks from, my camera phone recording a screen, but you can look at some of my earlier or very, very early recent like recordings of my streams, right? My VODs, and you'll see how great this camera looks. I would absolutely recommend it. And so all I have to do here, and this is going to be more in the software portion, is I just look over here, properties, Cam Link, and it just pulls it up right there. It's super easy. So then I've got that. Let me go ahead and close that so I'm not thinking about recording myself there. And so those are the two cables. One is to feed the information, and the other one is to keep the camera powered for the entire time. The only issue that I've run into is a slight overheating issue, but the camera hasn't shut off for it, so it's not really too big of a deal. Let's see. So we've got the A7i, the lens, the Shure SM7B microphone. These are the XLR cables. Again, you can buy these at any sort of a music store. And there's my computer there. I've got some external hard drives. And for my power, I've got this is a specific power unit. I don't know if I wasted my money on this or not. I mean, it wasn't really that much money. It's like $20. It was like a power, I think it was like I want to say a power massager, but it wasn't that. It was something like that, to where it like kind of soothes the power and make sure there's no voltage jumps or voltage lows or highs. It just kind of keeps it on a very, very even level. And so I bought one of those, and that's where I have everything plugged into, which probably is going to cause a house fire at some point or another, but that hasn't happened yet. And then all of this is plugged into my computer there, and you can see my computer. And I can go through my computer specs another time, but basically it's a pretty decent gaming computer. Nothing like, I mean, it's not like this computer is going to fly to the fucking moon, but it's a really nice computer, and it's certainly good enough to play WoW. So I'll go ahead and step back one last time and give you an idea of pretty much what we're working with here. So, oh, there's my lights right there. And there's my Sam's Club name tag from my previous job before streaming. And a little whiteboard there, and some other couple like little pictures. There's one with me and Tyler, a magic card, and Pizza Patron. Pizza Patron is really good. So that is pretty much what I've got going on with my setup. As you guys can see, I put a pretty good amount of work and time and money into this, and I think that it really shows. And I'm very happy with the results that I have. There's a lot of work that I still need to do with my audio quality, and I'm going to probably, whenever I figure it out, I'll be making a video about that too. But this is the stuff that I've put together, and I wanted to put this video out there for people that wanted to start streaming or didn't know where to go or what to do. This is pretty much what I have. Now, obviously, this is more of a high-end setup, but if you want to go through each individual thing, I can go through what I upgraded from. Like this right here, I upgraded from the Blue Yeti over there, and the Blue Yeti is absolutely a great mic. And my camera here, I just upgraded from a webcam mic. But if you do really want to use a DSLR, I'm pretty sure you can get a decent DSLR camera and get your entire setup, lens included, put together for probably under $1,000. So absolutely not as cheap as a $80 webcam, but if you're somewhere in the middle, you could go with another mid-range DSLR, but I am definitely not the person to ask about that. So let's see, the mixer, all of that kind of just, you don't even really need that if you have a USB mic like the Blue Yeti, and headphones, who gives a fuck, just get whatever you like. And that's pretty much what I've got going on, guys. So hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully you learned something. And hopefully it was at least a little bit enjoyable and engaging. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to have a second part of this video about the software coming out at some point in time. Hopefully sooner than later. Maybe whenever I get some of my other audio stuff fixed. And I can share that with you guys as well. Either way, thanks a lot for watching, and if you have any questions or anything like that, you're curious about something that I have in my setup, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. If it's a good question and not something stupid, I'll try to answer it. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace.